recording.
All right, so we're in what was supposed to be the chicken garden that the deer got to earlier this year, but somehow we still got corn. This is a dent corn. I'll open this one up. Let's see. Yeah. They actually, see this corn, you can see why it's called a dent corn. See like the little indentations in the corn? So corn is designed primarily, I think, for an animal feed. I think you could store these also for yourself, for eating, but they're not, this isn't a sweet corn. But we could, if we wanted to, we could strip all these kernels off and put them in the freezer and save them that way. But I grew these for the chickens. Now these are huge ears of corn. And I'm surprised that I even got a harvest at all. That's good. I'm surprised I got a harvest at all because earlier this summer, deer came in here and they ate all the baby silks and they ate all the tassels up top when they were about maybe 3 feet tall. And I didn't think I was gonna get any corn, but we still did get some corn. It wasn't a great harvest. There's some more over there that I'm gonna get to. There's some over here. Look how tall. It's amazing how these ears of corn recovered from getting attacked. You would think they would die, but they survived and they still produce corn. This variety is called Lancaster Shore Crop. Definitely probably gonna grow this again. I don't know if this will be a good corn to grow for us to eat. My plan, like I mentioned, was to grow this for the chickens because these ears, there's just so much. This is a really long, all the corn is like this, really, really long. But still really happy that we got something. So what I'm doing now is I'm chopping all these down because we need to get some fall crops in here and these need to go. The cool thing about these stalks here, I'll come in and chop these down. Here's one. These, it almost feels like wood. It feels like a thick piece of wood, like reminds me of like bamboo or something.
Oh, that does feel like it.
It's really hard. I could see these being used in the future as like a trellis or something. Like if we buried this in the ground, like a couple feet or something, this could be a trellis for tomatoes or something to grow up. This is it's very hard. It's almost like wood down here. You could hear that sound. Kind of cool. And you almost have to chop them down like this because look, this one. See how high the corn is right here? Yeah, I could reach it, but some of them were even taller. Super cool. So this is another one that'll be for the chickens. Oh man. Oh.
That is very huge.
This is very tall. I would say this is like 15, 16 feet tall. I don't know.
I was gonna say 12, but that's definitely taller than that.
It might be. It might be 12. It's probably about double my size. I don't know. But that's all I wanted to share. Chicken garden was kind of a failure, but not completely because we did still get some corn for the chickens. We do have pumpkins actually growing here. Have to look through some of these weeds and pull some stuff out, but there were some pumpkins actually starting to form that I saw the other day when I was searching. But just wanted to share a little quick update on the chicken garden before I knock this all out with this nice machete. I feel really powerful with this thing. Make sure you don't cut your fingers or your legs off from under you. Be very careful on these. But
you could try to break your phone with that.
No, I'll keep the phone in my pocket. But yeah, we need to be able to see in here. But that's all I wanted to share. Thanks for watching.
Happy fall.
Happy fall. See you next. This is one of the better pollinated ears of the Lancaster short crop. The ends didn't get the best pollination, but this was completely dried. This is a very long ear of corn. I want to say it's maybe 14 or 15 inches long. This is pretty awesome. If the deer hadn't eaten all of our corn, I think this would be an amazing dent corn to grow for the chickens. I'm actually giving them one of them right now that had similar germination of the kernels. They really like that. But my goal with these was to supplement their feed throughout the winter months. Have these dry on the stalk. But the germination, or the amount of ears that we got, is just so low, and the germination's so poor because of the deer eating everything. So maybe next year I'm gonna have to fence off the whole area of corn. And I've been watching some videos on ways that you could do that. Some inexpensive ways with fishing line. That's probably what I'm gonna do to hopefully deter them and get a better crop. But man, it would have been nice to grow all this corn in that plot there, but it is what it is. I know it's supposed to be white and yellow ears. They don't seem to mind, but this isn't what I had in mind. I think next year I'm gonna have to put up a good deer fence and keep the deer from getting my patch of corn.